What is up, guys? Jeremy here and welcome back to another video. So I'm going to show you guys how to get Layerize IV onto your device. This is basically a shortcut that's going to allow you to add icon effects and shadows to your icons to give them a really cool looking effect. Now this is a very in-depth shortcut. It is very powerful, and with that it is also very confusing at first, and it will take you a little while to get used to it. One thing I do want to add though is once you have figured out your icon effect, you can share it with others. One of the best places would be in the iHeaven Discord, of course. You could probably share it in the AEs and Iconos would probably be a good section. And I'll show you guys what I mean by sharing it here in a little bit. But to download the shortcut, we're going to go into the shortcuts channel right there. And then in the future, you guys should be able to just swipe over and go into the pins, and it will be pinned there for you guys to download. It is not in there yet, so I'm just going to swipe up to the official message here that has the link. So here is the Layerize IV post here. As you can see, there is an iCloud link right there. So just go ahead and click on that iCloud link. This is a bug that a lot of people are very confused about right now. This is on Apple's end. There's nothing we can do about it. So the workaround to get through this loading page is to click the little Safari button in the lower right. And then in Safari, you can swipe down on the page. And as you can see, there's the shortcuts. You can open it in shortcuts, and then it will allow you to install that shortcut. So that's a workaround for everyone that's having issues with Weatherlight version 2. That's how you get past the never-ending loading screen. So we'll go ahead and add the untrusted shortcut. I already have it. I'm going to replace it, and we are ready to rock with the shortcut. Now I do want to mention that in your file system, let's go back into Discord here. So there's a little bit of information in the post yet I did want to mention. So if you guys, before you download the shortcut, go ahead and read through it. It'll explain everything you need to know about it. So just keep that in mind. There is information there. But anyways, we're going to go into the files, and I'm going to go into the Layerize folder that is in there now, and give you guys an idea of what's in here. So I have a temp folder. This was a test that I did. I'm just going to empty this out so that there's no confusion when I do new stuff. So I'm just going to delete all that out of there. But in here, you do have blank icons. So if you guys want to use blank layers for either the icon mask or for the shadow, this is where you're going to get those blank icons, and I'll show you guys that in action. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into shortcuts, and we're going to run Layerize IV. Now when you guys initially run this, it's going to ask you to define your device type. If I go ahead and edit the shortcut, as you can see, iPhone 12 Pro Max is 1, iPhone 12 Pro is 2, iPhone 12 is also 2 because they have the same screen size, iPhone 11 Pro is 3. So you have to define your device size with the corresponding number of it. And as you can see, these are the devices that Layerize IV currently supports. Tito is working on bringing more devices like the iPhone 8 and stuff like that. So more devices will be added over time. It just, will take him a little bit to update it. So keep that in mind. It is continuously going to be updated here. But make sure you select your device. Now we're just going to run the shortcut, and I'm going to do a very basic icon effect first. It's just going to be the overlay, no shadows or anything like that. So you get your welcome to Layerize screen here. You can read through that. I would recommend to do it. It'll give you some good information about the shortcut. So I'm just going to click on done. And then you just click on OK to give it access. And then you can enter a name for the Layerized icons folder. I just like to leave it as temp, and then I just move them around, but you can define what folder they go into. Like I said, I just leave it as is, and I'll move the files around later. So first option is to select an overlay. As you can see here, if you don't need one, select the blank icon file in AE folder, those blank icons, like I said. But like I also said, I'm just going to do an icon overlay to start with this. So we'll click OK, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use one of ATT57's overlays just because there's no need to change the radius on some of these. They basically just fit. You can just run them and you'll be good to go. So I'm going to do the, I'll do the Seth purple overlay here. So we'll select on that one. Next step is to select the shadow. I'm not going to do shadows yet, guys. I'll do that in a minute. So I'm going to click OK. And again, to make a blank layer, we just go into shortcuts, we go into Layerize, and then AE, and we can just choose that blank icon. So now here is the next step. So layerize your icons or layerize your background. Start with your icons. And then you can see, I would recommend you guys, again, to read through these as you do this the first time so you understand what you're doing. So we'll just click on OK. And I already know how this is going to work just because I've already done a test. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the stock kind of theme that I like to use. Just select on the icons you want to use, and I will click open. And just give it a second to process. So now you can change the mask corner radius. As you can see, 0 is square, 100 is round, iOS default is 40. Now I know that these icon effects by ATT57 are in the stock iOS corner radius, so I just leave it as done. You guys may need to adjust that. You can have full shadow or 192 no shadow. This is different values. So like I said, guys, just read through these. Crop shadow only for dock icons, otherwise leave default. So I'm just gonna not even touch that. And then you have reduce default icon size if needed. It's not needed with this icon effect. You have fine tuning ability here. You can change the horizontal alignment of it, or the X value basically. I'm not going to adjust that. Same as vertical, not going to change that. Now it's going to generate and give you a preview of what the icons are going to look like with how you have it set up so far. And what's nice is as you figure out exactly what AEs work and what sizes you need, you can share this image and others can just plug in those exact values to speed up this process. So a lot of us are probably going to have to, figure out what AE to use and what sizes. That way it's just easier for everybody to simply put in the values as seen, and then you will get the icon effect. But you can sit here and you can preview each and every icon. As you can see, it is all lined up 100% correct. So we can just click on done. And then if you went through your icons there and they didn't line up correctly, you can do try again, and then you can put in different values until you get the icon effect correct. But I'm just going to save the results. And then next is the overlaid icons are in blah, 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 proceed. So it's just letting you know where those icons are. And now you can do other things. I'm not going to actually do anything else. I'm just going to leave it as is just because I don't have any shadows. I just have the icon effect, and I'll just show you guys that those icons are in the temp folder. So there are all the icons, as you guys can see. Now from here, what I could do is just use shortcuts or icon board to place those onto my home screen, and they will look just like these icons right now with that icon effect. Now where it gets crazy is putting shadows in. So to demo this, I'm going to do some circle icons. I think that would probably be best. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to delete these out of here, and we'll select all, and then I'm just going to delete them. So pretty much what those icons look like are the ones that you guys are seeing right now. Just an icon overlay. There's no shadows or anything like that. So now we'll get a little bit more crazy with Layerize, and I'll show you guys what's going on with it. So we'll go back into shortcuts. We'll run Layerize, click on done. Again, temp folder, cool. Select our overlay. Like I said, I'm going to do a circle overlay with a circle shadow to show you guys how this is functioning basically and what it allows you to do. So I'll back out to theme AEs, and I know I have a circle one down here. Just give me a second to find it. Right here, perfect round by M37. So we'll go ahead and go into the anemone effects there. And as you can see, there is the overlay and the shadow. So we'll start with the overlay. I'll click on OK. And then I will select the shadow. Now I'm going to layerize the icons. Select icons. So again, I'll back up. I'll go into my themes, into my stock theme. Again, select all, just like so. Click on open. Now I have circle icons. So as you guys can see, square is 0, iOS default is 40, and then round is 100. So what I'm going to do is change this value to 100 because it is a perfect circle, and I'll just click on done. And now you can adjust some things here. I'm just going to leave it all as is because I know that this will all line up right because I have tested this. Again, on the X and Y values, I'll leave them as 0. And here is the preview of the icons with the circle effect, as you guys can see. And there is a shadow, as you can see, that lower part that's a little bit brighter that gives it that kind of 3D inset look is the shadow. Now, what is interesting about this shortcut is the shadow is going to come out of the actual size of the icon. And I'm going to show you guys what I mean. So we'll click done, and then we will save the results. So now that we have a shadow, we do have to layerize the wallpaper that we want to use. So I'll click on OK here, and then we're going to go into Layerize Background. So first, select your wallpaper. Give it access by clicking OK. And now I'm just going to select my wallpaper, which I think this one is just hopefully this one's just a plain screenshot. It is, okay. So we'll click done. And now you can choose a dock style. You have a rounded dock, a square dock, your dock. I'm just going to do no dock. I'm going to focus this video on just the icon effects. So now you can choose your icon's placement. Again, read through it. So this part's pretty interesting. So you have row A, which is the top row of icons. You have row B, C, D, and E, and F. So that indicates every row of icons on your home screen. And then you also do have the dock icons there. So what I'm going to do is do row A, and I'm just going to do a couple of these to demonstrate how this works. Now it's going to let us choose the icon that we just created. So we'll do the camera. And then you can rename that. I'm just going to leave it as app icon to speed things up. It'll give you a preview. And as you can see, it's showing you the icon with the crop of it, making it just a circle, and then also the shadow. So as you can see, that is what it's going to look like. It looks good to me. Again, we'll do row A. We'll move on to the second application. And that would be FaceTime or the App Store, one of the two, I can't remember. I think it was actually the App Store that I have it set up right now, but we'll click done, and then I'll do just one more just as a demonstration purpose. And then this should answer a lot of questions once you guys see what is going on here. So we'll do App Store, done. Did we already do the App Store? Oh, I clicked on the wrong one. We'll do 3. I clicked on 1. So as you guys can see, you can actually go back through and edit these, just jumping back and forth. So I did make a mistake. I replaced the camera slot with the App Store. Just know you can sit here and switch back and forth. If you guys kind of make a mistake, you can go back and fix it. But we'll click on done. And then we're going to go ahead and obviously we could do all the icons if we wanted. But what I'm going to do is generate the wallpaper. So pretty much what this is going to do is apply that shadow to our wallpaper with the icon and everything. So we'll click on OK here. And then as you can see, this is the wallpaper. So essentially what is going on here is we'll use this as wallpaper, pinch it, set, home screen, and I'll exit. Now, as you guys can probably tell right here, with the stock icon radius, as you can see, the shadows go beyond the size of the icon. So essentially what this is allowing you to do is place those shadows onto your wallpaper. Now, the image of the icon is still there. So as you guys, as you guys will see here when I swipe over, is those icon images are on the wallpaper. So pretty much the only thing that's overlapping your icon, your actual icons, are the shadows. So what we'll do is we'll go back into shortcuts and I'll add, looks like we got to kill it from multitasking here. I'll add a couple of those icons. So you can do this with icon board. I'm just using shortcuts as demonstration. So again, we'll open up app. We'll just do, I guess, the App Store first. 3 dots, add to home screen. And now we're going to choose the icon that we made. So there's the App Store. I'll delete the name so it looks clean. I'll add it, and then I'll click done. And then I'll do one more just for demonstration purposes. Again, plus, scripting, open app. Another one we did was the camera. So we'll do the camera. Go ahead and add to home screen. Choose file. There's the camera. Click add. Done. And now we can exit out of shortcuts, and I'll show you what's happening here. So as you can see, those are the icons. And as you can see, there's actually some of the wallpaper showing through on the icon. And then the rest of the shadow is being shown on the wallpaper. So what we can do is we can move these icons to this new page, and they will kind of disappear. And it's pretty much your wallpaper. Looks like I have those placed incorrectly. Geez, if my home screen would just cooperate with me, this would make things a lot easier. So I believe it should be like that. And as you can see, this one is meant to be there, and you can see there's a slight color difference in the corners because it's based off of the colors of the wallpaper. But as you can see, when you put the icons where they need to be, they essentially disappear. Now, like I said, what's cool about this is you can keep these icons your default size and still have shadows. So before, you had to actually shrink the entire icon to fit shadows in it. This allows you to extend beyond the size of the app icon with shadows. And as you can see, it gives it a really cool effect. And plus, your icons aren't miniaturized essentially. So this is a pretty powerful shortcut. And there is a bit of legwork, of course, to make it look like this. But that's basically what it's doing, is it's extending the shadows beyond the size of the app icon so that you don't have to shrink them or anything like that. Of course, you can go back in and you can use pretty much any icon effect you want. You could have shadows that just drop out the bottom or whatever you want, but that's going to be the basics of it. And as you can see, those shadows are displaying around those icons. So I think that's kind of a good way of you guys seeing how this is working. And I really like that you don't have to make the icons so tiny to have such cool icon effects anymore. You can basically break free from that. But that's going to be pretty much it for this video, guys. I know it's a longer video, and I know a lot of you aren't into, tinkering this much on your iPhone to make it look cool, but I've been having a ton of fun pushing, stock iOS to the limit to see what, you can actually create with it, and it's pretty impressive. Do keep in mind, guys, we got a jailbreak right around the corner, so I will be doing my normal tweaks and jailbreak related stuff. So don't worry that, I'm not only doing stock stuff, I'm just having fun pushing it to the limit, and Layerize really lets you do that with icon effects and shadows. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely throw me a thumbs up. And if you guys want to see more videos like this in the future, don't forget to click that subscribe button. This has been Jeremy, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.